Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being here with me. You are now listening to the Facebook Live Emotional Healing Solutions program where we help individuals with their emotional solutions, giving them alternatives to recovery, giving alternatives to emotional processes. So welcome and thank you so much for being here with me today. Not many people knew I was coming live over here because of the fact that I normally go live on my original Facebook page and then I share it to Emotional Healing Solutions. But you guys have been here with me for a very long time. And it's about my time. It's about that time for me to pay more attention to the followers over here, the following here. And I really appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I wanted to share with you a topic, an emotional topic that I think is very important for everyone. You know, in today's world, people go through a lot of highs and lows when it comes down to people they love, people they care about, not caring about them as equally or as, reciprocity gives. So a lot of us sometimes feel left out in the cold. We feel alone. We feel abandoned. We feel restricted. We feel isolated. And it goes both ways. It could definitely go both ways. So I'm here to share with you the emotional option or alternative to those when we have to walk away from those people we love and care about due to the toxic behavior or the toxicity that runs through the relationship, through the verbal communication and different things like that. The resourceful way of always building a right ethic, moral value system is to make sure that we're doing things that are going to be best for everyone involved, okay? So there has to be some type of support mechanism that makes you know that you're doing what's right for you. So I'm going to share a few areas that I have learned from in my own personal value system of how to remove ourselves from those who no longer serve our higher good, even if we love them, even if we are their guardian, as a parent to an older child or an older child to a parent. Sometimes the cord has to be cut for growth to mature. And that's a very creative way to express yourself in today's society. So I'm going to share with you a few areas that I want you to know about. When it comes to making sure that you are in a correct position in life, you must adhere to a few principles. And these principles are going to inspire you to practice. The first thing you got to do is practice. You've contacted this person, you've shared with them your emotional feelings, you've tapped into what is really going on with you, you've worked on your inner self, and you realize that you just can't meet equally. Somebody is always the one that's feeling numb, violated, isolated, and you just can't take it any longer. That is the emotional alternative to dealing with continual narcissistic behavior, controlling behavior on either side. And I'm sure that it takes two people to tango. It takes both parties involved to initiate and aggravate. Because if one person is not doing anything, is totally unengaged, it'll just be that one person venting. And that's the difference. The second thing is to honor yourself, to realize that you hold the value. You hold the reciprocity within how you're going to heal, how you're going to take control of you. And there's nothing wrong with you honoring yourself and saying that I'm going to set ethical boundaries. I'm going to make sure that in this scenario, in this instance, I am going to progress forward in a way that still shows love. Like for me, if I have just had to walk away from somebody that I care very much about, I'm going to continually call them like I always did. And then I'm going to say certain things like, well, are you okay? I hope you're doing well. Do you need anything? That's just my method of operation. That's just how I operate, right? But then after so long, my spirit will begin to discern and say, it's not that I'm waiting for them to pick the phone up. It's that I'm doing my part. So I'm practicing, I'm honoring myself while still respecting the other person. Okay? And then a lot of people want to just walk away from a relationship because they felt that they had the last one up. Okay? It's been a game of life to them. But as a true success stepper, emotional healed person walking through the journey in this life, it is vital that you honor yourself and you choose yourself. You choose you always. When you're able to choose you, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me today. You are tuned into Emotional Healing Solutions program where we discuss ethical ways of being emotional, having alternatives in that emotion and growing through that emotion. So thank you so much for being here. I'm Dr. DoRinashine, and you can catch me over on Facebook at Dr. DoRinashine or YouTube, Dr. DoRinashine. So you can actually subscribe to the channel so you can get consistent videos everywhere that I post, okay? But yeah, honoring yourself and choosing yourself is one of the greatest ways that you can value what it is you are maintaining in your life. There is a selfishness that needs to take place. Not a selfishness to a point or degree that you think you're better than someone else. No, it's just the understanding that you are who you are and you respect yourself for being that. A wonderful place to be. Wonderful. And also find your peace within. When you can go in and you can find ultimate peace where you can still sleep at night, you are not rebelling against something that you just can't face because you're not willing and you're not ready. Some people emotionally are not ready to face the trauma and the triggers that came with whatever the situation was that created the miscommunication or the toxic behavior in the first place. So they're not going to face the reality that accountability is necessary. So backing away and turning their back, that's how they're healing. Let them heal. Everyone has a different way of healing. So I want you to remember that as well. And then also, when you find that peace of mind, you must realize you made the best choice. I don't care if it is your firstborn love of your life and that child has now turned adult and that adult has now become the monster in your life. And you feel as a guardian, as a parent, as someone who has loved this child from a baby to an adulthood, you have to learn emotionally the boundaries of letting go. And most parents, when we love hard, and we don't give that child the opportunity to breathe or to grow or to excel or expand. So what happens is they point the finger at us. They say, it's because of you that I was unable to make rational decisions because you were the one who was constantly the decision maker. You didn't want me to fall on the playground because you were worried that I would get hurt, or you did not want me to have friends of a certain type because you were worried that they were going to turn me one way or the other. But I'm here to let you know, when those times hit, right? When they hit, you have to be calm. You have to honor yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to practice the process of emotional letting go, emotional conversation with yourself, and then strategically set out to plan how you're going to walk away and allow that person to just be who they're going to be. We don't know how a person's life is going to turn out. Everyone has the free will to make a decision for themselves. Some people are great decision makers. Some people are mediocre decision makers. And then some are just, unsuccessful at making decisions. The only thing we can do is be there for them. So that is what I want to share today about the emotional processes of how to practice in healing your emotional triggers and traumas, and having to walk away from someone you may not want or ever in your life would have believed that you would have had to walk away from. But that is a very significant point of maturity. The growth stage, the empowerment of no longer wanting the drama or the chaos in your life. And then now you're setting boundaries. You're ethically promoting yourself. It's not always about, the things that always made the relationship work. It is now about you honoring yourself. So keep that in mind when you're making a decision on who you're going to keep in your life and who you're going to have to let go. 2026 is approaching us very quickly, and 2026 is the year, it's going to be the year of knowing who you really are. This year, 2025, was all about the snake, seeing the serpent for who he was. The snake was snaking. It was the year of the 9, the year of the snake. Well, this year coming up is the year of you, with all the trauma, with all the scars, with all the memory, with all the Akashic record processes and numeric database numbers. Intuitively, you are now going to code yourself to be who you are as a true success stepper. And I mean, it's just the game of life. And as you success step into your journey, 2026 is going to be all about you. You're no longer the victim because the snake has been exposed. Now what do you do? So take that into consideration as you move through your successful journey. May you find the healing you need. And if you want to learn more about Emotional Healing Solutions program, you can, research yourself by going over to YouTube at drdorinashine. And you can subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel. And then you can go over to the playlist, Journey of a Healed Success Stepper, the 12 Steps to Emotional Recovery. And I will share my personal story where, emotions were so devastating in my life. And I was, making really, really irrational decisions. I was very emotional. I was very grief-stricken. I was very depressed and psychologically damaged. And in that, some things happened in my life. And so I'll share that with you, as well as the ebook that is coming out. There's going to be an extended process behind what took place in that emotional trauma and how I came out of it. What points I promised myself as I was going through the healing stage. Now being a true success stepper, which is on the other side of the healed version of the better version. So I know that's a lot, but yeah, you can go over to YouTube under Dr. Dorina Shine and go to the playlist and you'll see the 12 steps. There's 12 independent videos, about 20 minutes each, and they share with you the journey. And it gets very intimate. It gets very personal. So, there are triggers there. So please be mindful. And then also, if you want to learn more about Universal Leadership course, where we help you find the leadership skills within your concepts of day-to-day living, you can do that by emailing Shine Dorina, ShineDorina. That is my official email. If you submit it to anyone else, all lowercase, all letters together, no dashes, dots, any of that. It's lowercase, ShineDorina, Dorina @gmail.com. And in the comment box, you can put Universal Leadership Course if you want to learn about that. the Scales to Success LLC business course if you want to learn about how to become your own entrepreneur in a society such as the one that we live in today. If you want to learn more about the Global Initiative for Intervention and Prevention Act of 2025, which is helping people see the severity of lacing or covert prescribing unknowingly to the individual, that is where we are working with Congress right now. They're reviewing our proposal in order to share how we're going to do our part as residents in the world, helping those who are emotionally scarred and damaged. Also, if you would like to learn more about the ebook, you can put that in the subject line as well and just tell me that you want the ebook, and then I'll let you know. I'll put you on the list. When the ebook comes out, I'll be opening the link for everyone to review it. You can either hear it in audio or you can view it visually. Beautiful, beautiful opportunity for you. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing today. So as we grow emotionally, let's continue to keep doing our best that we can do. That's all we can do. And for those who can't accept us for who we are, then we have to let them ride. We have to let them go. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.